Okay. Just making sure everything is working good. I have to have my phone on in the background now. If you hear it in the background, I'm sorry. I have to have it on, but just a heads up. Oh my god, I'm not actually for my head. Wow. Oh my god. I just, whoa. Hold on. Sorry. I hadn't put my headphones on when I turned on this game, so I hadn't heard anything at all. Holy crap. Oh my god. Wow, okay. That was a weird feeling. Anyways. Surprise! We're not playing Vallhalla. We're playing a game called D1AL-ogue, and did I find it? No, actually, I did not find it in the Discord. I originally saw this back when it was about to be released, I think, on Twitter, X, that. I saw it there because I follow very closely with any updates, anything to do with Valhalla itself. So, to be fair, I had to look recently though because I was busy, the whole hip thing and all that. So, but yeah, it was all the way back then when it first was being released. I saw it and I was like, ooh, I gotta give this a try. I have to. So, and then I checked on Discord afterwards. I checked on Discord before I went into surgery or anything. I just wanted to check on everything and see if I wasn't missing anything, in case anyone had anything to talk to me about. So I just wanted a quick check. I was like, oh, okay, before I can for a while. Oh my god, it's so weird to hear this. It's like, it's not Valhalla, right? It's not Valhalla's music, but obviously it's similar. It's the same type of music genre. I will switch to the screen so you can see what I mentioned before. Valhalla, if you've been following over on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, I mentioned that it is probably my most favorite game that I have ever played, and that's in competition with a whole lot of games that I have really enjoyed playing on this channel. Claire Obscure, I completely forgot to mention that one, was incredible. Elden Ring was incredible. Lori was incredible. So many other games that were just absolutely incredible, but there was something about Valhalla that just hit perfectly, whether it was the timing of its release, not its release, but when I played it, or it's just the theme about it's really stuck with me a lot more. I don't know what exactly it is. I can't really describe it, but it is a game that even now I miss it so much. I really want to play it again so badly. I have the CDs of the music that I usually play in my car. It's been a while since I've actually had that rotation. I was listening to some other ones. So hearing this type of music again is just, it's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. God, it's so strange. But anyways, this game is D1AL-ogue, and if I remember anything from what I read about it, but when it was being released, one, this is a free game, I would say. This is completely free on Steam. Go play it yourself. In fact, I'd say go play it yourself. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full deep into everything and those different routes and all that different stuff. It's just, I really wanted to come check it out because, obviously. And two, um, it was something I said, it was very heavily inspired by Valhalla, which, what a way to capture my attention. So yeah, so this game though is called D1AL-ogue, which we'll switch on over to the screen in a second. Hello and welcome everybody. Hello and welcome Knuckle Lord, Jinx, SOS, Roach, J-Do, welcome. Ever played Sunset Overdrive? No, I haven't. I actually don't even know what that is. Yeah, Jill on the Mind, 100% Jill on the Mind. Just Oh my god, really listening to this music. You know what it is? What's getting reminded of? When we finished the game for the first time, I think. When we finished the game for the first time, and when it's going through the credits, and that final song that plays, I think it's called Hopes and Dreams, is the name of that song, but that is the feeling in the moment I'm recalling right now, just my awe of everything that has occurred until the very end, and just like, that's it. No! Oh! Oh my god. Anyways, though. Anyways. This is this new game that I was talking about. I don't know how long this game is, so we're gonna hop into it and see what's going on. I don't know if I'm gonna stream for too long today. I will just depend on how absorbed I get into this. I like to take it a little bit easy. I'm starting to walk around without my walker and kind of practicing that and everything, so it's kind of been hurting quite a bit. So just kind of gonna try to take it a little bit easy today, because we still have the rest of this week and everything to go through. So we'll see how things end up turning out, unless I get distracted. So yeah. Anyways, go ahead and switch on over. You guys can see the same thing that I see. Understand? Like, just look at that. You've never seen the loading screen for Valhalla. It's just, it's very similar to just this. The nostalgia I feel, even though it wasn't that long. Alright. Okay. Anyways, I'm excited. Sure. It's like fun. Just like how everybody just randomly decides to attack all the commands. It's like somebody uses them, and it's like everybody else is like, oh yeah! Alright. Let's see. Well, my little hand, I don't know who you are. Options, any options should I be paying attention to? Full screen, fast streaming mode. Uh-oh. What's the music on? There was a different music. I should have checked options earlier. Well, you know what I'm gonna have to do. I'll leave that off. Damn, I should have checked that. Well, I'll have to deal with that after the stream. Alright, we'll check the credits once we finish the game. Let's go ahead. Is this Michelle or is this Michael? This is Michelle, right? Yes. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City? Sorry, I've been looking at some things for Claire Obscure recently. So it's in my head right now. Chroma? Pictos? Sorry. Instead of a rising sun, I've started dividing... What? I started dividing my days by payment approvals and insufficient funds. What? Okay. The light monopolized by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun. Most things are solved with price tags. Well, alright. I wish beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Oh my god. I'm extremely surprised. You know what? Hold on, there we go. This is how I am right now. Just smiles and excitement. I haven't even gotten more into the game, and I'm already happy. I don't care how the rest of this game goes. I don't care. Honestly, I'm already happy. Right, the price of beer went up again recently. Everything is going up, except for two things. The sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price, except for the value of labor. But I can find some stability, at least while I'm working. So are we at a hotel? Oh, wait, what's that? What's that on the neck? You see that? You see that? Oh. Getting demonetized. I mean, YouTube has its muting features and stuff like that where it'll mute the song for you in the background. It's not the greatest, but it's something. It's just, if it does get copyright claimed and I have to mute that music, those that are be watching in the future and be listening to that, so you think it's just me, this music, it's just gonna be like, huh? But I can find stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup. Oh, another one. Oh, no. 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 Not another one. And that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now. But here, at least, well, I'm holding on to my work. Oh, so this person... Ooh, you got something cool here, too. Ooh. So this person... staring down at somebody. This person is writing this. Okay, I thought we were Michelle. We are not Michelle. We are whoever this is. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll change scenes. The wait lifts just for a moment. Regardless of how much I earn. For that time, at least, I have the assurance that I won't collapse. The people I meet, the conversations we have, and what I've come to feel. I want to tell you about it. On the second floor of a commercial district slightly away from the city center. Repair Clinic D1AL-ogue. A place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticize my naming skills. Because in Chroma City, they give estimates for heartbreaks and charge for repairs. December 14th. Oh my god, it didn't even take place in December. Okay. I wonder just how much. Lame. Did our entire message to Michelle, and that's hurt. Please tell me that is the response. Please. I would love that. It's like, yes, I feel like quite sentimental after a breakup and everything that happens. I like to tell you everything that I'm going through. Lame! Okay. I said the name is totally lame. Hey, Chris, should you have a beer? What's all the sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck. But maybe it activated during repairs. Because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Oh god. Thanks to him, my dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. Only customers fitting that description would show up. Ha! Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City bathed in neon light. D1AL-ogue Repair Clinic. Our repair clinic and all-around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why Eves needing repairs turn away and go elsewhere. Eves. Or Evas. Eves or Evas? I'm gonna say Eves for now. Huh. Emotional stability for Eves. That feels less like shady and more like creepy. Is that why you habitually make Eves with themselves? Oops. To be precise, it's the act of discharging overheated coolant. Excuse you. Your phrasing is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who described it like that. Stop sounding nonsense early and check your equipment already. Are you not opening for business today? You used to love stories like this, even though you used to sing about wanting to become an Eve when you were little. Okay. We've known each other since we were tiny. What is that? What is this? I just paid attention to the background. What is all this? What is that? Ah, somebody with rabbit ears? Huh. Shut up. Seems like the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And, speaking of Eves, when would you repair the outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using dial when dial... They might be siblings. They mentioned a breakup, though. I mean, you could have a falling out, but I don't think you would word it as a breakup. I'm gonna go down the parents' house. I'm sorry, you want me to go? Alright, you want me to fully try to voice this? Okay, today's stream is really not gonna be that long. Alright. Fine. Hold on, let me take a sip of a drink real quick. What the heck was that? Oh, I guess there was something in the music. Okay, I thought I heard like a rah. What creature do I have out there besides bugs that's out there? Actually, here's already a distraction for today's stream. I was hearing about like some stories that have happened in ERs and stuff, and there was this one doctor that was talking about that he had a patient come in and he had a finger chopped off, cleanly cut right off. He was cooking and he had a knife and just cleanly cut off one of his fingers. Well, the poor guy is a pianist for concerts and stuff, so this basically his living, his fingers, and that one just went flying right off. So there he was, they're trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible, and they're like, well, where's your finger? And he's like, my wife is looking for it at home. So eventually the wife comes back and she's like, I couldn't find the finger. I looked everywhere. I could not find the thing. But then the doctor notices that she has a dog in her purse. And the couple are like, what do you mean you can't find my finger? And she's like, I checked in the drain and everything and I couldn't find it in there. And he's like, and you brought the dog? And she's like, the dog was scared. Alright, the dog was really scared. We were screaming and everything. So she was shaking in the corner. So I had to take her. I didn't want to leave her alone. And so the doctor says the dog is a cute, chubby pug. And immediately I heard that. I was like, oh, I know where that finger is. And good thing, it's probably intact. Lo and behold, the doctor also reveals that he himself has a pug. And it's like, I'm gonna check something really fast. So they x-ray the dog, and she's the cutest thing ever. And sure enough, the man's finger is completely intact inside of the dog. What must have happened is, you're chopping up your food. Pugs, what they will do, will sit right next to you, staring up for any little drop of something falling, and it is the quickest speed of a race you will ever experience trying to grab that thing before the dog grabs it. Well, I assume what probably happened is the man chopped off his finger and the dog thought, ooh, scrap! And just plump. Because the finger had no bite, like, of a chew or anything. And that's the thing with a pug. They don't chew. If it's for speed, for any human scrap food, it is full on gobble that up. No fighting it. You ever try to pull out food from a dog's or a pug's mouth especially? it's swallowed. It's gone within a second. You're too late. If you were not fast enough to grab it while it was on the floor, you're never gonna get that thing. And sure enough, that's what probably happened with the finger, but he didn't have to race for it because, well, he was the guy was too panicked over his own finger about the fact that he chopped it off and not so much looking for it, which, I mean, is a normal reaction. So, sure enough, it was a perfect storm. They had to call the vet to try to figure out if they could send the, like an ear, nose, and doctor specialist over there to a way to extract the finger out of the dog, but also for the vet to do it. And lo and behold, the doctor didn't, or the nurse, I'm sorry, the vet was out of town and not there, and it's a small town. So guess what? There is no other vet. So thankfully, they had to keep it under the radar, and were able to just put the dog to sleep for a little bit, and were able to do a pediatric endoscopy for the dog and pull out the finger. And thank goodness pugs have very slow digestive tracts, because they were able to pull it out, and the finger was fine. They were able to stitch it right back on. It was a little deformed and everything with how it was repairing itself, but they were all confident that he's gonna have full control back of his finger. So yeah, pug about eating people, yeah, I would 100% believe it. So now every time I stare at my own pug, I'm like, I knew it! You are never gonna be near me again when cooking. But yes. Because I have decided that this is the appropriate moment to discuss this. Actually, what was it? Oh, because I heard weird noises outside my door, and I thought my pug was finally deciding to devour all my other dogs. She's been grumpy lately. I think she's been grumpy because she hasn't been able to sleep with me, so she's been very grumpy. I didn't know if he was reattached again. Yeah! Actually, all limbs can technically be reattached again. It just depends on how it was cut off, how mangled it is. There's literally one, it's very sad, but it's just to kind of show you an idea about this. There was this poor kid that got attacked by a shark, and his arm was bitten off by the shark. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, but they were able to get the shark onto the shore. They rushed the kid into the ER, and the EMT that was there trying to figure out, like, okay, well, where is the arm? Figuring out the arm was inside the shark. They cut open the shark, and he was able to grab the arm. You have to wrap it up a certain way. You put it in, wrap it with gauze, and you seal it into like a cool bag to kind of preserve it as much, and with some saline as well. So you have to preserve it a certain way. Sometimes you can get lucky. It just depends how exactly it all is. And so they were able to transfer the arm to the ER where the kid was at, and was a miraculous surgery to where they were, because they have to reattach the blood vessels, right? They have to reattach the blood vessels, try to connect the nerves back, and also place them to the bone, try to grab what skin they can to stitch it back on. Sometimes they'll even graft from other parts of the body, the skin from there to reattach into the arm. Same thing with the muscles, everything. It is such a very stressful procedure to try to put it all connected again and reattach it again. And it was so shocking, but the kid actually, one, survived, which thank goodness, but two, was also able to have his arm back. At three, which was absolutely astounding, was able to completely move his arm again with no limitations. It was as if it never happened. I mean, obviously he has the scar and he had to go through a lot of physical therapy to end up getting it back and everything, but he made a completely full recovery from a shark bite. So even if it's not a clean machine cut, there is chances where they might be able to repair something or might not. It just depends on how damaged the limb is. Like, for instance, if the bones are literally reduced to dust kind of idea, it's almost impossible for them, because then you have the bone fragments that are scattered all over and trying to peel them apart, and sometimes the blood vessels are just way too mashed up into something. It just looks like, this is gonna sound terrible, but it will look like ground meat. And if it looks like ground meat, it might not be possible to recover that. So it just depends on what it is. But yeah, you can reattach limbs if so, and if you do have it cut off, go quickly to an ER, because they can reattach it depending on how quick you are and depending on how much damage. But yes, so anyways, sorry. Watch your limbs, be careful of them. Well, anyways, back to what we were doing here. What was happening? We're talking with Michelle, right? Can I click on you? No. Okay. Backlog, hide. What voice would Michelle have? She sounds... Using a dial when... What the frick is that? D1AL? Sure. When D1AL is already out, this is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is the D1AL equipment is strictly specialized for diagnosis. The diagnostic performance was so good that from the first generation. And even the 5th generation out, it hasn't improved dramatically. Then what's different? The main advancements are in unit synthesis. Conveniences the synthesis process, overclocking. Wasn't there something to do with overclocking in another? Oh wait, that's Wuthering Waves. Sorry. I'm getting my games confused. Synthesize parts, firmware modification, etc. However, I can make up for the dial's lag in synthesis performance purely with the touch of my fingertips. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to a newer generation... Why? Isn't there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as a dialogue. You don't seem to get it. A little wit breathes vitality into the weary life, and also seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then... What? Why is this moving? It should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with the standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong with your skills. Target moves 20. Oh. It's been a while since the last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. So we're going play tutorial. Target moves 20. Hey! Oh! I see that! That is cute. Okay. Alright. I see now. God, I wanted to do it last year, but I really feel like I didn't quite get the chance to. But Caddy's game. Oh, that was a good surprise there. This is cool. What is this? Keep shifting. Huh. I wanted to play Valhalla, like trying to follow the days it happens within there and doing like a specific stream. Maybe I'll do that this year. I should have, fruit from surgery, all that stuff. Not to worry about that stressors and everything. Now that it's also planned ahead, maybe do something like that. I miss it. I miss it so badly. I'll make something fun with it. Anyway, so that was cool. That was cool. Alright, prove Michelle wrong with your skills. Except, I don't know what target move 20 is, though. Well, there's hands, there's arms. I have arms. You can check the damaged parts on dial that need repair right now. Hover over the damaged parts to see the repair unit. First, let's select a damaged part to repair. Okay. Dial consists of 4 layers and 6 indices dices and dices and dices and this and and my speech is gone. I can't read. Okay, so all right. Oh, frick. Okay, I get it. Okay. Each module can be moved by dragging it to swap places with adjacent models up, down, left, or right. Okay. Moving modules uses Dial's battery. If you use up all the battery, you can't move anymore. Let's try moving a module. Battery. Okay. So I assume I gotta get all the... Oh, shoot. I'm not good at puzzles. Oh, God. It's like almost... Is this gonna be like a Rubik's Cube? Damn, I hate Rubik's Cubes. I hate them and I don't. Not knowing how to solve them now, but also just... No, I mess with these stuff. Do I mess with this stuff? Oh. I didn't mean to... Okay, that's... Right click while dragging a module. Click right click. Click right click. Okay. Well, which one do I move? If you move modules to align 3 or more, they synthesize into a higher tier module. Oh, okay. Well, I want to move this one. Yeah! 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 And more came! Why did more come? Repair point. Reattach to the boom solved. That is, you know what? Genius, Lord. Genius. Genius. Think outside the box, alright? You're right. If you synthesize modules a total of 10 times, the battery overcharges and increases max capacity. Click battery to proceed. You can check the current damage location and required units on the right panel. Okay. Hover your mouse over each damage location to see the required unit. Synthesize the required unit and move it to the damaged location. You can also repair using a higher tier unit. What? So that? Placing the required unit on the damaged spot activates the replace button. Swap it with the unit. Looks like the plate replacement went well. Alright, let's keep moving. Select the... Yes! I understand! Oh, there's more! Oh, God! This price requires multiple types of units. The info panel will show the required unit colors for each position. Okay, you just place the units according to the colors to replace them. Now place the required modules to complete the maintenance. You can also repair using a higher tier unit. I don't know what you mean by a higher tier unit. So the ones with a ring in them is a higher tier? Ah, so don't I just do that? Nope. You want? Oh, wait. Okay. But then, so. Yes? No? Oh, I need all of these. Oh, what did happen? I don't understand. I understand this. Definitely. Okay. But I needed to go up there. What is happening? If I did it right, I got an achievement. What? Oh, welcome. I'm trying to. Oh God, puzzles are my weakness. Repair. Did I do it? Yes, I did it somehow. Repair. Uh-oh. I don't have this one though. Repair. I did it? Yes. Okay. I think I'm understanding. The last damage part requires a high tier unit. Okay. You can check unit appearances by tier on the phone by pressing tab. Press tab to continue. Click here. Right. You guys can't see, but there's actually. Can I move myself over here? I feel like I want to be. Well, you keep that for now. Alright, here. Here you can see the icons for each unit level. Oh. Oh, that's a lot. Power source acting as the unit's heart supplies energy required for operation and handles total output. Okay. Object unit. No, I don't. Oh, no, is this the only thing I'm paying? Okay, maybe I'm just focusing on this. Let's use dial's special function. There's a there's a gauge bar on the left. Okay. There's so much. I'm dying. This gauge charges for the corresponding type when 4 or more modules are synthesized. When fully charged, click the gauge and then a module or unit of another type to convert it. Let's try changing a type. You can cancel by right click. Okay. Let's try changing a type. You can select and cancel. So if you make a mistake or think it's hopeless, press the restart button and try to repair again. Oh. Apparently I chose wrong. Let's collect gauge charges and use it to change types while repairing. Oh, there we go. Now I can scroll. Okay, what is this? Acting as a unit's heart, supplies energy required for operation and handles total output. Out unit, central processing unit, acting as the unit's brain, increases system calculation speed and controls cognitive abilities, neural device. Device responsible for the unit's sensory organs and neural network, collects external information and rapidly transmits signals to each component. Okay. Okay. So we're dealing with these here. This one looks like the basic one. And this one of these. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Wait, let's collect gauge charges and use it to. How do I collect gauge charges? How do I do this? Like that? Oh, because it needs that unit. Oh, okay. I did it. I'm a genius. I did it, I think. That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. I'm amazing. My fingers are great. So is my brain. It's amazing. I definitely don't have any voices speaking in my head. Even with the latest D1AL equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level 1 mock maintenance. I see you in a new light. This is nothing. I wanted to attract Eve customers to this strange-leaning repair clinic of yours. I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. First impressions are most important wherever you go. You care so much about first impressions. Why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, I used to be comfort during the repair process. Wait, what is the slogan? The repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. I just can't understand that creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening up a shop now. Okay, talk to you later. Alright. Oh, cool. Target moves. Parts move 25. Oops. Repair type. Beautiful. Shell, not bad. My hands are a bit stiff, but the feeling is still there. Wait, I repaired you? But... okay. Save. Save. Oh, how many save slots do you give me? Oh, so many of them. Okay, good. Alright. Hi. Who are you? You look neat. Welcome. This is what it... hold on, actually, before I read that, what is all this? Options. Ooh. SNS? Ooh. Exclusive. Unidentified. Sorry, hold on. I got reading time to do. You just sit there. Alright. These sweater pants. Oh god, I remember that. Oh, those were some good times. Some good times. Exclusive. Unidentified component found. Nano catalyst designed. Mismatch controversy. Ooh, 12, 14 to 21, 81. Okay, we're really far into the future. Ooh, I got stuff to read. Alright, let's get to reading then. Authored The Noise. Don't know what that is. Truth Unveiled. Controversy is... oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Controversy is erupting after an unidentified molecular component not listed in official blueprints was discovered in the nanocatalyst mandatorily inoculated into Chroma City citizens. In addition... wasn't there the whole big issue with the whole thing with nanobots and everything, and that basically the people ended up actually just naturally having them, but then their bodies would reject it, hence why a whole thing with Abby and... Abby, right? Was that her name? Was it Abby? No, that was Gabby. No, Abby. No, there's two people. Oh god, I'm confused now. And Lenore, right? Wasn't the whole thing with the whole nano rejection or something? You see. Okay. Anyways. In addition to identification and data collection, nanocatalysts perform the core function of forcibly inducing serotonin secretion in reaction to neon shine to prevent LDS, light deficiency syndrome, caused by sunlight deprivation. Precise molecular analysis of recently extracted nanocatalyst samples confirmed the presence of an unidentified element non-existent in the standard specifications released by authorities. While Chroma City authorities maintain it is merely an impurity generated during catalyst aging, their passive response, failing to provide technical evidence to support this claim, is only amplifying suspicions. I see. Yeah, Lenore, I remember Lenore. Gabby's the little sister. Was Abby? Abby was her name, right? I can't... what's the name of the ghost? It was Abby, right? She was the ghost one that was missing her arm. One that caused so much mischief. Anna, not Abby. Anna. Okay. She was great. Actually, if you, one of the things I do remember is, and also a reason why I was really caught my attention for the people that made Valhalla, the new game that they're working on. Can't remember the name of it, but it's like 0.45 something. Somebody mentioned it the other day about it being released, having a supposed release date soon. So that'll be exciting. But I think one of the things I remember seeing that really caught my attention was that there was some screenshots in the game, and there's a certain Anna there that's in those screenshots. So interesting. Curious to see if there'll be something there. Well, anyways, continuing. New dawn for Eve maintenance. D1AL unveiled a fully automated process. Ooh, okay.
Last night, the 13th, Sunshine Corp unveiled the D1AL, a 6th generation architecture diagnostic lens that moves away from traditional manual mechanic work to fully automate the maintenance process. This new product eliminates cumbersome manual synthesis and part replacement. It features proprietary real-time autonomous calibration technology that minimizes human intervention, maximizing system precision and maintenance efficiency. Sunshine Corp stated that introducing the D1AL will replace outdated, imperfect maintenance methods and enable immediate data-driven system recovery and optimization.
Okay. Is this our bar closing scenario thing here? Alright. Buff Girl! Buff Girl O'Hara! Hyperpeaks Neural Network Unit. Oh. You know, I don't want to make YouTube suspicious in any way. Buff, I'll just say, oh, Buff, released. Waifu Mountain Press. That's a great. Okay.
The hit series Buff Girl O'Hara, currently ranking #1 in streaming charts and real-time interest, is reaching peak hype ahead of its finale on February 3rd. Capitalizing on the show's success, the distributor unveiled collaboration custom unit O-Buff is set for official release on February 4th, the day after the finale. The O-Buff draws attention with the design inspired from O'Hara's champion belt. Notably, it replaces traditional manual operation with an automated sympathetic nerve stimulation function via a feedback loop. The product features forced photonic neural network update technology to control system overhead caused by continuous sympathetic stimulation.
I see. Interesting. Is this supposed to be, oh, it was like the whole thing. That's why Jill didn't like to be called by her full name about it and everything, because she'd been made fun of, but even though she was still a really big fan of the whole thing. I can't remember what was the name of it. That's kind of what that looks like to me. Okay, anyways, that was some fun reads. Little information what's going on in the world. Music player. Oh my god, I can change it. I have streaming mode on, right? It was in the settings. I hope it still is. You know what? We'll stick with that one. Why not? Okay. We can't save here. Okay. Doesn't do anything if I click on this? No. Alright. Let's continue. Welcome. This is Repair Clinic Dialogue. Oh, what's... Hey, Chris. Ah, pray. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days, Buff Girl O'Hara? I just read about it! Yes! What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Miss Blind with a magical Okay, God, I'm loving the references here. Okay. Here, let me scoot over to the other side. God, if I ever edit this, I'm gonna be raging at myself in the past. Like, stop moving! Smash Miss Blind with a magical pile driver. O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner, so seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crushed Blind's neck for a comeback was quite the twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at her shop, and they looked like they desperately needed that pile driver. I knew you'd understand. I see. I understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corps. He claims his mere visit is a favor to this crappy shop, and threatened he could turn off all the neon shines in this district with a single word. A different routine every day. I envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks for that big shot. It's been nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them. They swarm like rats for this. Thought there was a terrorist attack or something. So that's what happened. What brings such a person to a backwater like this? Can I click on this? I'm curious. No, I was like, I wonder if there would be background interactions with things. Doesn't seem like it. Damn. I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month. And removing the free neon shine streetlights. Controlling the light? His accents are just like Miss Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Miss Blind has appeared in reality, then a magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise and job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it. I wanted to pour coffee on his face. And now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're really going to try it, be careful. The security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again, today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely room. But with the increased fees, it'll be tight. Same here. Really? Eves are relatively free from the LDS. So do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shine? Huh, interesting. Okay. It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs. Then we could have problems more serious than humans. Plus, I've got someone to look after. Sorry, I got distracted by the name thing rolling over here. I was like, what is this? What am I listening to? Sorry, what were you saying? You mean Remy? Remy is family. It's a cat. Does being a cat mean you can't be family? You better watch your words in front of our Remy. Ray showed her claws. Oh god, okay. I'm sorry. I'm talking in an aggressive cat-like sense. I'm sorry. I surrender. I'm sorry. Damn. Okay. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time. Because I'm generous. Anyway, the subscription fee goes up. I'll have to give up on the item I was planning to buy. What were you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch. They're doing a collaboration with a neurostimulation unit for Eves. They announced that pre-orders will start on the day the last episode airs. The things people come up with. What do you mean the things people come up with? This collaboration project is amazing. They say when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying you must buy this. What on earth does that mean? And aren't the expressions shakes cognitive abilities and illusion of transforming seriously suspicious? You're making a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimate released VR chips, I'd have you know. I didn't even put them there for you to see. You just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes. But if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where Eves are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing Eves and humans getting... Oh. Right, it's inspired by Valhalla. I kinda forgot about this part. Getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. I just frequently used items where they're easy to see. Or put them, not use, put them. That's what I meant. That's... It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. You did not. Now silence before I erase your memories. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? Sorry, but... Okay, I'm sorry. Ray apologized quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it. Damn. She didn't foresee what I was going to say. Can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Praise requests. Create an excuse for praise absence. Target moves 28. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, that was cool! That was really cool! Oh, this is cool! Your back is really cool! Just imagine. Just pry open her back and just be like, whoa! That was really cool! Yes, that's what I would like to hear from my doctor, as just opening up to prepare to do surgery. Like, damn, this is cool! Alright. This one. Okay, so you need it there. And over here too. Okay, well this one should be easy over here. Oh, wait, you need, wait, didn't it say I can open up tabs for the thing? Data storage? No. There it is. Okay, and then, so you need that one. No, the one I have. Maybe I need two? Is there a difference I can't tell? Do I need my glasses? Am I finally gonna put on my glasses when I can't see the damn thing? No. I'm performing a surgery who needs glasses. Oh, it's at the wrong. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Oh, damn. Well, I just need you there. Kinda not what I was expecting, but it worked. don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like, middle-aged man trying to look cool? I agree with that part. It sounds like a name where they changed one syllable from Neon Shine and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. I was about to say, I was like, wait a second, aren't we just the same? Lost for Love! I didn't see the name of the song! Oh, my love you, welcome! It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with a name just as bad. Yeah. She got us there, pal, she got us there. Okay, so you need it over here. Oh, no, I didn't move you up. There. What exactly does the simulation from the empathy unit feel like? Oh, wait, that's me. What exactly does a simulation from the empathy unit feel like? I mean, I say me, but practically I am now the voice for Chris. Chris, I have stolen your voice now. I am now your voice. And reading your thoughts aloud for the public. And your dialogue. I'm sorry. I am really spastic today, and I don't know why. I'm just really excited to play this. I like the little callbacks to everything, and it's really nice. It's obviously, it feels different from Valhalla, but it still has a bit of the similarities and the calls back to it and everything, so it's nice. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I miss this. What exactly does the simulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I've never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow changes, and hormone secretion, for ease, that's just replaced by the empathy unit. Simulating this so directly gives a quite... Haha. Haha, see. So, no, Chris, don't say it. Don't frickin' egg. No! I'm not reading that! I don't need you to debunk me. It doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. Then, about the... Actually, that's right, the collaboration merch is the oh god. Then about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier, I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. But then the company is essentially saying that the feeling of transforming is... I don't miss these turning red in the face moments. That was better left behind in Valhalla. They say power surges through you. Alright. What do we got? Okay, so you. And also to there. Okay, so we can copy you. Aha. Okay, so let's get you up here. Repair for you. And then get you up here and repair for you. Aha! Receive a good evaluation for the repair results. I now know how to do this. I figured it out. All done. There was no major issues. Well, my sit back feels completely refreshed. This is what it feels like when O'Hara purifies her body with brief seed. Oh! Okay, I see. I understand this reference here. Okay, that's what the... Okay, understand. Could this game get better? Could this game get better? Be heavily inspired by Valhalla. Basically, almost feels like a love letter to Valhalla. And also have references to the greatest anime to ever exist. It's... Game, are you trying to fight Valhalla for the #1 spot in my heart? Would you have all the bits instead of one at a time? Maybe! I might try that next time and see if that works. I don't know if it really... I guess it would just be for efficiency just to get it all there. I was just gonna see if maybe like another part would fall into there so I wouldn't have to do another move or two up there. Save me moves. Actually, does it even keep count? I mean, it keeps count at the end, but I don't know if there's a counter like around when I'm doing the repair. What time do you repair? Maybe. We'll try to keep count and see if it does or not. Because then we'll see if there's a extremely efficient way to do it. Anyways. Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Crude? You're too strict with yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough. Pray, save the talk to after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I know. I'm such a nice royal pain in the butt. Thank you. I'll be here every day, working myself to the bone. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Aren't you overworking yourself lately? It must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. They're practically set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs? Flicker patients. Huh. Oh, I was like, why did the music stop? Or are we... Is this gonna turn scary suddenly? Usually you just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage to the frontal lobe and neural network. Oh. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately, the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LTD patients. LDS. What am I saying with LTE? What is that? Why is my brain defaulting to that? I don't know what that is. What is LTE? Now I gotta look this up. Hold on. We've got priorities. Hold on. LTE. Oh. I see why my brain is defaulting to that. I see. Okay, I get it. I see now what my brain is doing. Good job, brain! Good job! Alright, enough with the work. Come on. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Are they both equally in the gutter? At least junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. Infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers, and property without hesitation. Isn't that the perfect expression? It's like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter. Truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around, following the light by instinct. And when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. You saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. They aren't moving to find light. It's just that it's the only stimulus left they can react to. Oh. They crawled around looking for light normally. Maybe you'd be right. Of course, they would become something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gather there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably the cause of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights? Exactly! Every day must be tough. It gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know that? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than the present. Isn't that a study on human psychology? Humans and Eves are pretty much the same. You realize that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my taste before the repair? I come back because I respect it. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Inflate my ego some more, please! My head feels like exploding as is. You have to make me say useless things. If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you'd better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer Prey Emery. Stop joking. I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against a glass window. By now, the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp. Good sense, as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Bray. Me too. See you later, Chris. Bray hurriedly left the door with quick steps. Seems she spent more time than expected distracted by the chat. It's already time for lunch. Let's take a break. Ooh, 14 target moves. It's only 28. Damn, I'm good. Wow, seriously? Amazing. What did you just do to my back? Feels light as a feather. Just that great. Just that amazing. Save. Orca. Alright. Oh! You look neat. Cool. And Eve stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. Despite her polite attitude and likable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. Is anything new around, or still the same? Still the same day, so maybe still all the same. What does this button do? Should be the home button, so if I click here and then... Yep, okay. Anyways, all D1AL models are government-affiliated Eves, usually distinguishable by their department mark. Is that the department mark right here? But I couldn't see any mark on the E before me, nor was there any... Never mind. Okay, got it. I thought that those are not... Okay, got it. I couldn't see any mark of the E before me, nor was there any other way to confirm her affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy, but I reacted unusually sensitively to that mark. Ray says I look at that mark with eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behavior towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what specific purpose you are specialized for? If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. Ah, so you want to know since I'm not wearing protective gear on my day off? I am Orca O'Hara. Wait. The Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. You can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other Eves to reduce citizen aversion. Say, is that you? Rescue? You have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance at all. Rescue specialized at frick, I can't read. D1AL. The D is this last part, not the first one, brain. Not there. Models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the model universal fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry. This is for the instantaneous thrust engine and the tail part. Okay, here we go. It's quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of her body here and there to introduce her model. But Orca stayed unaware of that and chatted excitedly for several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that, nothing. I was just trying to apologize for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated eaves. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. Looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please, wait a moment. So, what does that do? Because that looks pretty cool. Can I poke you? Tickle, 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 tickle. No, where's ticklish spots? Tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, sorry. That's a dialogue. Perhaps everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day. The streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Polar Night Day? What did you say? Polar Night Day. Oh wait, I repeated it right here. Oops. One of Chroma City's prides, and the pride of prides. Holiday unique to the city, and a festival ground. I had even forgot that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say it. Say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago, I visited Chroma City due to a support request. Just happened to be Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby cities? Yes. Back then, I was working in Luminance City. Lumiere. Sorry. Claribsker. Located south of Chroma City. It was a complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival were shocking even to me. A hologram panorama covering the sky, and below it, explosions mixed with smoke. Must have been terrible. Yes, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to the tragedy, and most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. I feel like I'm getting trauma dumped on. The organizers who knew about the accident. I mean, I guess that's why I'm here! D1AL-ogue! Who knew about the accident went along with it too. It was probably because of the budget. An hologram panorama called Chromatic Zenith is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging, but they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates a huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured into cancel it just because an accident occurred. So it's about money? Excluding talk of budget and compensation of all that's left in Chroma are patients. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. Sorry, I unintentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation, escape days, or figures bought on impulse, rather than a talk of neon shine subscription fees or utility bills. I can't accept it rationally, yet I can't help but empathize experientially. Yes, I know. I just couldn't freaking say the word. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary daily life. life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day. And tourists visiting from the other side of the globe to see the chromatic zenith. Because the coming tomorrow is unenjoyable because they're tired of reality. They close their eyes and ears and for themselves to shout that they are happy now. Wanting to run away from pain is one of human instincts. Oops, I sounded creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points for a sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human. But by any chance, are you doing maintenance with the first generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired TN-DLS models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial is ready. Shall we begin? It's a regular inspection. Time moves 35. Alright, let's do this. I am... expecting that. It took me a second for my brain to register what I was seeing. Timer, there's a timer? I don't know if there's a timer. Oh, okay, we need to see the thingy. What do you need? You need neural. Okay, so we got 2. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Alright, okay. Why didn't that collapse into more? So I have one ready for over there. You want correction already over on that side. You need it over here, but not yet. Let's scooch you down real quick. Okay. And then... oh, we can also do it sideways too. I forgot. It doesn't need to be just this way. What's this about? This is a game that came out earlier this year that is very heavily inspired by Valhalla, so... pretty much feels like a love letter to it so far playing it. It's been great. We're repairing androids and talking with them and hearing about the troubles. Same devs? No, not the same devs. Completely different people. Did I repair that already? I did. Right? Yes. There we go. Okay, so now I need this over here. Completed the unit replacement for that part. Okay, now I see why there were so many. How is it? Feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort or awkwardness. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries before the maintenance were pointless. I actually feel smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But should I say tingles? Feels throbbing. Please be a little gentler. My bad. This area is densely packed with neural elements. It's very, clumsy. It was from a while since I done maintenance on D1AL-ogue. I definitely know what I'm doing, 100%. I was trying to be a little bit more gentler. My bad. Okay, oh, frick. Okay, you want... sheesh. Let's get this over here. Then it's just basic, right? Yeah, okay. I'll clear up these other areas. There we go. Make another one right here. Okay, so then... Oh god, please don't transform. Oh, I'm scared it's gonna transform one of the ones I don't need it to. So you here. You... here. No! You bastard! Actually, is that still... Can I? Did that work? Okay, well, to prevent that from happening again, I'm gonna do that. And then, no, stop moving. Okay, and then I need you over here to that. Okay, I assume that's fine. Okay, maybe it's fine. I don't know. I guess we'll see my evaluation report. Each D1AL module has one unique organ, right? That's right, because each module specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is my first time seeing a tail. You have a tail? Or is that what I pulled off of? Oh, it's up here. I see it. Oh, it's what is currently detached right. Okay. That's why we have a butt view. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why are we here? It was fine with the back. The eaves of the Scarlet Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency, to which I belong, are all D1AL modules. And we have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, we mainly use it to clear broken debris. Or break down walls to enter. Holy crap, it's that strong? Damn, okay. Or something used for such rough purposes. Didn't you say it was something apart earlier? The external armor is high strength special alloys, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. Oh, my bad. I'll work more delicately. Sorry. Okay, I need to be careful about doing what I did last time. Okay, well, you need just basic. That's already set, so let's do this. And then... scooch you and scooch you. Ooh, I thought I was gonna transform it again. Okay. Nice! As you said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it finished quickly. Oh? That unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that. It's refreshing. Manager, you're quiet. Manager? Manager? You just call me manager? Yes, I have been upgraded! Alright, thank you. Orga's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realizing it. Wait, aren't you Orga? Why am I talking? Why am I okay, I for some reason just calling you by your name and saying your reaction like that for some reason. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. It feels similar to the unique sensation when speeding through the city center on a bike. Roaming from the city while feeling the wind directly? You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes. In Luminous City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place, and I like bikes. I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. That peculiar stimulation where the gaze of others mixes into the liberating feeling of being open on all sides feels good. Wait. I need to pay attention to what I read beforehand. I gotta get in the mind focus of Valhalla again. Huh. Even all of these has its own taste, I see. I apologize for the roughness during the maintenance. no. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same module. Kept talking to me in between. I felt reassured at the end that it didn't hurt at all. And my body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much for this level of effect. Or started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. The careless Eve in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. You mean because it's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and Eves cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleague asked if I subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you won't have problems due to lack of light. They made survival a paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, Eves are a bit better off. Humans could fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They call it... Here I am going again, flipping all of my other S and L. Yes, I shall replace it with a T. Why? LDS, right? Correct, it stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body signaling system gets tangled, and for ease, noise accumulates in the photonic neural network. Depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to the city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. It's funny for me and Eve to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too. But humans are similar, just the difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems, but regulating hormones and the medical measures called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called a human. Moving by electrical signals and psychological emotional frick. Why? No, not another one. Not another one. No! No! Not another one! Hey, my rambling in the beginning, guys. You're asking me, where did this conversation come from? What are we talking about? I knew it! It was gonna be relevant to the plot of this, and by the fact that, god dang it, stop speaking similar to what I'd like to go on tangents about. It's fine! Anyways, moving by electrical signals and psychological and emotional judgments, changing according to the hardware environment, are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and Eves. And that philosophy created this repair shop. It's quite cool. Personal conversation is the core surface of dialogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right. It's been hectic with moving and dispatch calls for a few days, but finally it's a break. Actually, there are no dispatches. I mostly get some downtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommended places for a change of mood? Actually, I got quite a customer. I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. I thought on my way here, the name started with Re. You mean Retrojan? Wait a second. Really funny with... I see what they're doing there with the retro thing, with Re also, because there is also another cafe that another series I enjoy is Tokyo Ghoul, and literally I have the manga right in front of my face of where my bookshelf is, and it's this second series to it. It's called Tokyo Ghoul Re, and you know, okay, sorry, I was just making sure that message was not what I was looking for. Okay. Nope, it's fine. But anyways, that was funny. Retrogen? How is Tokyo Ghoul? I heard conflicting things. I would recommend reading the manga more than watching the anime. I enjoyed the first part to Tokyo Ghoul a lot more than the second part, which is Tokyo Ghoul Re. But I will say the second half of Tokyo Ghoul Re is probably was the same like excitement I had for the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul. So it's a sad story. It's kind of a bit brutal and stuff, but I had a good time with it. I still have fond memories with Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I am a little biased in the sense that Tokyo Ghoul is the reason why I actually ever got into anime and probably into a lot of things that I am now doing. I mean, I don't know if I would have fallen into the whole VTuber sphere and everything if it wasn't for getting introduced to anime. I don't know. Actually, that's an interesting train of thought. The butterfly effect, right? But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it ultimately in the end. Do I 100% think that there's a lot better stories than Tokyo Ghoul? Yes, I think there are better ways of handling closing off to the story and everything, but I still think it did pretty well. I did enjoy the second half to the second part of the story. But anyways, Retro, was it? Retrogen. The pronunciation is a bit odd. I'm just gonna call it Retrogen. Is that Trojan from the Trojan Horse? It's an unusual name. As this place. Thanks. Thank you. Everybody always criticizes the name of my place. Right, I heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. What? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I see. It reflects the, I'm sorry, I still have Resident Evil on the brain. I was like, oh god, what's happening? What virus? It reflects the ambition to infiltrate retro trends, like Trojan virus, into this flashy high-tech city. Hearing that, it sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days, and drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in this city. Interesting. And one more thing, avoid places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people densely gathered often lead to the sight of them being taken away by the stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive, even if they are stability officers. Thinking of the city's Thinking of the city's stability officers are the police in other cities, that's a mistake. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year and atmosphere by myself. Oh yeah, I forgot it's December. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you. See you next time. It's already evening. I should call it a day. Is it already done? Your touch was so delicate, I didn't even realize I was being prepared. Ooh, I got that close! Ooh, like, I got that real close. Ooh, ooh. Damn. Whew. I still got it, though. I still got it. I still got it. Oh, thank goodness. It's dark and gloomy all again today. Okay, well, actually, what time is it? I was gonna do just one day for now. I said I wasn't gonna stream long. Okay, we'll just do one more. We'll just not one more day. We'll just do one more patient. So dark and gloomy all day again today. Now that there's hardly any sunlight anymore, it's hard to even see a gray night. Thanks to that, my body feels even stiffer. If I stay still, I'll only feel more drained, so let's hurry and open up shop. Okay. Well, actually, I'll read this stuff. Alright. Here we go. So, alright.
Notice, polar night and day, intensive crackdown period announcement. Urban Stability Agency news. Author U.S. the Urban Stability Agency. This is an announcement from the Urban Stability Agency, USA. In celebration of Polar Night Day, Chroma City's largest festival, a special intensive crackdown period will be in effect from today until the end of the festival. This measure aims to prevent social disorder during the festival and maintain the homeostasis of the urban system. During this period, nanocatalyst scanning by stabilizers will be significantly intensified across the Chroma City, in particular illegal procedures under the guise of LDS prevention and the use or distribution of unauthorized private neon shines are strictly prohibited. Citizens are required to fully cooperate with scanning procedures at temporary checkpoints installed in each district. Warning: any act detrimental to the stability of the urban system will be subject to immediate administrative action without exception.
Damn, okay. So intense. Got it. Right, next thing.
Exclusive natural LDS confirmed impossible. Suspicion of nanocatalyst intervention. Author the noise. Medical opinion suggesting that Chroma City's light deficiency syndrome LDS may not be naturally occurring disease or are causing a stir. Following consultation with specialists from external cities, analysis indicates that simple lack of light cannot cause irreversible nervous system damage. Severe stage of LDS given human philosophy. Physiology, not philosophy.
Ah, yes, just the human philosophy. That's it. That's how we found it. No, not that one. Physiology.
Experts pointed out that while stage 1 dimming lethargy due to serotonin deficiency is possible, stage 2 thicker cognitive impairment and stage 3 blackout frontal lobe shutdown fall outside the scope of general neurological disorders. Consequently, suspicions are deepening that the unidentified molecular components in nanocatalysts mentioned in previous reports are intentionally accumulating metabolic waste in the cerebrum to artificially induce LDS.
Oh. Wait. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Alright. Huh. That was one of the things I really liked about with Valhalla was that you got a lot of, if you could have, of course you get a lot of world building from talking to the characters, and then there was a little brief thing that you would see on the news every now and then that would be talking about something, but like a lot of, you got understanding of what was happening in the world and how that was actually affecting the customer, so you had it come in and all that, right? But I liked that the other aspect of Valhalla, where you could get a lot of story, and even in a way it was almost like a little hint, here's something coming up, hint, like little droplets for you to kind of pick up and be like, I'm starting to get worried about something. I was, of course, reading like the news articles and stuff, and seeing like what was happening with those events and what was going on, and like it was just really, really fascinating, and I really liked it a lot. Like, I remember the biggest thing was the whole shutdown in the bank, and Say was in there, right? That whole scenario that happened, and the poor, I can't remember her name right now. But the one with the cat ears and everything, that she would come in and just so distraught, worried about her. And if like earlier, kind of like reading little hints about everything that's happening, and of course then you have the other characters around that have influences for going. God, it's so fun to go through it again and seeing all that. Because I mean, we did kind of go through it, but I didn't like fully go into reading the articles and all that when we were trying to get the other endings and stuff. It's just really good. Because he had insider information on literally everything. Yeah, it really was. Stella, that's right, that was her name. You got to hear some really interesting things. It is It was really good. It was really, really good. And I think, like, also the whole thing was, like, peeling through people's information and, like, kind of figuring out. And the whole just... the amount of conflicts that you were having and the amount of, like, different issues that would pop up. Like, of course, like, the big thing, I think, was the whole say moment, right? This, all of a sudden, the bank was shut down. That whole scenario is going on. It was all hell broke loose outside. And... your Gil, he was missing and everything. It's like, well, what's going on for there? And right, like, that was like kind of the panic moment. And then just got, and that's where you thought, like, oh, okay, like, this is the worst that can happen. Or what else could possibly go wrong? And then you get the whole big reveal with Jill and Lenore, and you're like, oh, crap. And like, just the awkward feeling that was, where like you're basically forced to watch everything from Jill's perspective. So it's like, oh, this is not good. Oh dear. Oh, everything just got worse. Instead it was like, we're fixing everybody else's problem. Not fixing, we're at least listening to them and kind of being concerned with them and everything. But it's like, it's fine. And then when I switch it to, you're like, oh, this is awkward. Oh no, stop. It was just really, really, like, it was such a distraction from all of that, and not like thinking like, oh, okay, like this is the big major thing that we're all concerned about and what this game is probably going to be tackling for a while, and then somehow get resolved, and then nope, you got your own issues to deal with too. It was just good. I just really liked the article parts of it too, where you could completely just skip them. I mean, you could skip the dialogues and everything too, but you didn't have to read them. But if you did read them, you got to hear more about like what was going on in the outside world, and it very much did impact the people that you had come in, right? And hearing more about what's going on with them and what's happening out in the world, and why is this affecting what's going on. Like, of course, there was the huge hint of like the whole thing that happened with Lenore, right? When they were talking about I think it was some, I'm sure, abbreviation for it, but it was like nanomachine rejection or something. And they were doing like a study on it and how many people survive about it, and you're like, okay. And so you kind of have Anna a little bit talking about it, and you're like, okay. And you're like, all right, so maybe it's like connected with her. And then all of a sudden it just drops like a ton of bricks when you have Gabby come in, and you're like, oh, that's what it was getting at. Like, stuff like that. So reading through this is giving me the same feeling where I'm like, oh no, where are we going with this? Like, oh dear, what's gonna happen? But anyways,
They're Lucas. Eve are partners sharing souls. Sigma Unpacked 50th anniversary speech. Roma City Standard. Yesterday afternoon, 14th, the 50th anniversary ceremony of the Sigma Unpacked, symbolizing the harmony between humanity and artificial intelligence, was held at Chroma City Central Plaza. Taking the podium, Mayor Lucas reflected on the significance of the pact, calling it a historical turning point where simple computational devices known as EE, electrical entity, evolved into Eve, electrical vital entity, through photonic neural networks, becoming recognized as beings with independent personalities. He emphasized that Eve, having moved past an era of discrimination to guaranteed legal rights, are key citizens supporting the eternal night of this city alongside humans. He concluded with a message hoping that through the rational coexistence perfected by Sunshine Corp's technology, the next 50 years will also lead to an era of prosperity without discrimination. Drawing cheers from the citizens and Eves gathered in the plaza.
Huh. Wait. See, what they tend to kind of usually themes that tend in stories and even life events that have happened, and usually have people that they're at odds with each other, but then you have like a common problem that almost forces them to work together, and throughout time either they'll turn on each other again, even with this common problem they still have to solve, or it'll actually make them be like, oh hey, You understand my issue, I understand your issue. We got bigger problems to deal with than just fighting each other. So, the whole thing with the nano catalyst potentially being the thing that causes the LDS and all that, and that seems to be affecting both Eves and humans. And then talking about the reason that brought Eves together with the humans and not discriminated anymore is because of the Sunshine Corp's technology. You see where I'm going with this, right? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Alright, okay. Well, that was interesting. Okay, I'll do one more patient. Oh, open for business. Oh, hey, you are my little sister. Or sister. You could be my big sister. Or we could be twins. Yeah. Oops, my bad. Mom and Dad saying they won't come to see the Chromatic Zenith again this year. Just like every year. Yeah. What about you? Needless to say, me neither. I really don't get why no one goes. When we were kids, they used to drag us there every year, even when we said we didn't want to go. You know how many years ago that was? Mom and Dad are getting old now, so it's hard for them to go to crowded and chaotic places. I'm too far away to go, so if you want to go that badly, why not go with a girlfriend? You're picking a fight with me right now, aren't you? Oh, really it feels. Alright, you want to go, sis? You want to go? Look at your age. Go outside and meet people. Even better if it's a woman. Can't stay up all night in your room drinking beer forever. The day I fall asleep rolling around in bed with a woman in the city, there's a high chance I won't open my eyes ever again. The next day. And an article will pop up on the main news page. Victim Chris J. Hayes, 22, found in a motel with organs harvested. Oh yeah, at least we get to know her whole name and everything. J. Hayes, 22. Wait. Look at your age. Go outside and meet people. Okay, either humans have very... oh shoot, I didn't mean to click that. I would have very short lifespans now. Or how young are you to say that? It scares you! Right? Like, wait a second. What does that mean for older people? How old are the parents? Wait a second. The kids are always like, see like barely a 20-year-old, and then this part is like, Kat, you're old. It's like, kid, what? And you have the people that are there too, that are in their 30s and everything. They're like, what is that supposed to mean? Oh, those great experiences of just having the kids in the background, just judging everybody's people age. That's why, alright? You just, alright, come on. I'm an old lady, you're right. I'm an old lady. You're right, kid. I'm just an old lady. And that's the ancient apostle over there, and you can't fight with kids, you just have to agree with them. So the lack of confidence of viewers is the problem, Chris. It's disgusting to say it myself, but objectively, you're decent looking. Stop. So if you want to see the Chromatic Zenith that much, just go alone. Not ready to dust. Hey, not quite fossils yet, alright? So if you want to see the Chromatic Zenith that much, just go alone. If I have to go alone, I won't go. Shouldn't I at least have someone to take my side if I get into a fight? I can drag Prey into there. It sounds like she's already wanting to kill some people. What are you going to do that day? I have no choice but to drown my Polanite day in beer while watching Dokkum stream again this year. Dokkum stream? Who's that? That's how I'll spend my polar night day. Stream my foot. You're trying to stay up all night with your beloved. I mean, it's just like action figures, like play around. Great crash! Oh, we're coming in to the rescue! Wee wee! That's what was meant here, aren't you? Hey, how do you? Wait, you've never been to my room. Hit the nail on the head. No! Shut up! You're single too, probably sitting in the corner of your room alone. Oh, hey! Freaking A! You scared me! Oh my crap! Scared the daylights out of me! I actually shoved my desk! Oh god! Jeez, don't do that again! Talk! There's a door! Please, knock on it! Oh, jeez. Oh, that scared me. I was Peyton. Shut up. I'm talking to sis. She didn't respond. Okay, fine. I guess I'll focus on what you're saying. What were you saying? What voice? I don't know what voice to give you. What do you look like? Oh, I feel like I used the voice already. Fine, I'll just go with it again because I don't know what other voice to give you. Unless I go with really annoying voice. Hello, Chris. Oh, you know what I'm doing. You look like you're in a good mood. Oh god, you have red eyes. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I should pull back that voice. I'm sorry. My bad. You are who? Did you manage to get that action figure you wanted? Chris? Miss Leanne. Sorry. Just scared the crap out of me. I was looking at something else. Could you wait just a moment? Pity. This phone screen is too small. It's a mole. I wanted to share in your joy. Not good now, but not like you just had. The one you never showed me. What? What? Fear? You mean fear? It was such a pure smile. God, I regretted this voice. I need to change it. I'm hating it already. And then these, whoever they are. It's my younger sister. She's a funny kid who tries to tear me down every day. The one you often talk about. Miss Leanne took a deep breath and muttered quietly to herself. Well, if it's your younger sister, I can understand. In fact, I might even have to try to get close to her. What? Huh? Anyway, what brings you here today? I remember you had your regular checkup recently. I had some business up nearby, so I thought I'd drop by to see your face. I also stopped by thinking I might need to replace my processing unit as a bonus. That's funny. What is? When I first saw you, I thought you'd never come back. But now you visit even without a reason. I told you I came to replace my processing unit. You said it was a bonus. Didn't you come to check on me? I'll give you a quick checkup. Alright, you win. I came here to whine a bit. Okay, tell me. I'm all ears. I like complaining. Talk to me. For a ridiculously shady repair clinic. Yet you've come back several times, so you must like it. There's a quiet, uncrowded comfort here. A quiet place and slightly cool air are good for getting sentimental. Thanks to that, I can completely let loose. Is that supposed to be a compliment, saying I have no customers? Yes, it's a compliment. Since you say so, I'll take it as a compliment. What are you whining about today? His hand frowned as if just thinking about it was unpleasant. Oh, I thought it was the fact that I called it whining. That's quite a look on your face. Huh? Oh, was I? Sorry. The processing unit connected to emotional expression gets overloaded. My mood swings become severe and I can't hide them. I don't want to show you that look anymore. Can I get maintenance first? It's possible, but compare with extreme mood swings. 40? Crap, okay. What? What's that? Oh god, I'm sure this is, that's fine. It's just a mannequin, YouTube. It's just a mannequin. That's all this is. That's just a mannequin. It is just a mannequin. Just a mannequin. That is all. We're just dealing with mannequin android robots. That is it. Okay. What did you want? You want this? Where? Basic. Okay. Oh, I better not sync it up again like I did last time. Okay, let's scoot you over here. Something moved. Hold on. I can hold things down and drag them around for a while. That's what I needed to take advantage of that. Okay. Okay, let's do this so we don't accidentally group it up again. Then you need one over here. One up here. Scoot you here, up this way, and you down, over here. There we go. She's looking down. Nothing! Nothing! It's just... Nothing! I'm just gonna be reading some things. You guys don't need to see it. I was too in shock to think about doing this. Alright. Every time, just look at my beautiful face while I read. Every time I visit here, you're on the phone with your sister. It's my routine right after opening for business. Picking a fight with my sister. I'd like to join that routine next time. You, Miss Leon? I heard that in human society, it's polite to greet the other person's family before the main event. Huh? Ah! Stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What have you done? Don't you dare! Like, way. I don't know what main event you mean, but your emotion unit is overheating again. Big event! Why? Why? Good, I'm gonna click that soon enough before you could do that. Oh my god. Alright. There's a... what is this one? He wants that unit? Shoot. Okay, I guess let me stick what I can, but do I even know which one's which? Yes, that's how. Okay, so you go down here. You go over here. gotta get you repaired. But I don't really have enough, so let me clear up some room. There we go. Okay, so that should be enough for sideways. This way. Down. That one. Okay, I'm learning that I need to hold things down. Ah, frick! What do you think about the increased romance between humans and Eve? For someone who's never been in a romantic relationship with a human, that's too abstract a question for me to answer. Really? Just that one? I knew you guys were going to do that. This is what you guys get. This is what happens. You guys won't behave. We'll wait here for a second. Just that one word from you has completely tilted my opinion to the pro side. Miss Leanne, the temperature of your motion unit is rising. It's dangerous, so please calm down during maintenance. Alright, now I'll switch it back again. There we go. Alright, back to what I was doing. For chat was being bad. Shift you sideways. Get some more clearing in here. So you can be replaced all the way. No. 2, 3. My phone went off again. Important message. I'm fine. Okay. Now important messages. Just got hit with the babysitter button. You did. Okay, what's the next one? Over there. It should be easy. So the thing is you want to be higher class. Take care of this one here already then. Not the best of spots for this to be. Oh, now you settle there. Well, not gonna work now. There you go. Okay, so now I need you over here. And one up. There you go. Oh, wait, I forgot to switch! Oh, frick! It's fine, it shifted back. We're fine. That scared me. I forgot. You are scary. Go away. I don't want to see you again. Go away. Maintenance is done without any problems. Race today was exceptionally smooth. A touch of yours skillfully probing my secret corners and leading me without giving me a chance to resist. Frick, I need to read ahead of time before I say things aloud. Whose core other than mine have you? Oh god, that look is terrifying. That look is terrifying. You go away, please. Go away. Shoo away. Move along. Go away. What? The customers who visit this repair clinic earn the entirety of my social interaction. But it's a blessing in disguise. What is? Thanks to a wonderful person like you visiting, it feels like even this bleak place feels like I'm... Good one, Chris. I know what you're doing here. Good one. Oh my, saying something like that so suddenly makes me a little shy. Yes, you'll be coming back. God dang it, actually no. Bad Chris, I don't know if we wanted her to come back. Wait. The overload on your processing unit was more severe than I thought. You came to whine, but it was to the point of needing repairs. I thought it would get better once I relieved some stress. If I left the unit as it was, I figured it'd be seeing you soon for the same repair request. So I replaced it with a higher end unit. It hasn't been long since your last checkup. What happened to damage it so much? Hold on. That's what I'm about to tell you. You know I work at a pharmaceutical company, right? Oh, of course. I've heard a lot about your life, Miss Leon, every time I do repairs. A new researcher joined the company recently. They said he's incredibly talented or something. Our company went to great lengths to scout him, so I guess that could be true. The problem is just that talent isn't everything. Exactly. He came in through connections, yet he has this attitude of looking down on the existing researchers. Since he joined later, he thinks it's our duty to provide him with any project information he doesn't know. The management is completely impressed with his papers and research achievements, so my colleagues and I have no choice but to do as he asked. More work for you. That would have been a relief. Problem is his attitude. If he were apologetic or grateful, it would be different, but he takes it for granted. Even though we're doing work we don't have to do. I wonder if studying so much has fried part of his brain. A while ago, he said to colleagues research looked interesting and asked if he could take over the project. Oh. Ah, one of these. Almost turned into a shouting match, but our colleagues intervened and barely mediated. It's annoying, but thanks to him, we're free from the management's nagging. And we can buy time to improve the product's stability. Office politics. Feels a bit distant to me. Maybe for you. From my perspective, Miss Leon, you don't seem much different from me. Aren't you talking about how hard it is to deal with office politics you don't even care about? I'd like to say no, but I have to agree because of what happened a few days ago. A few days ago? Yes, half of my unit's overload problems probably started that day. We fought. You fought? It wasn't really a fight. I just... You know what, Leon? Keep coming back. I like you. Keep coming back. He disrespected our project. Said we were just wasting the budget by repeating clinical trials for years. He said the researchers' talents were being wasted and asked if we had any intention of finishing this research and started a more promising project. And he said it to my face. The project leader. I should have realized when the management was blindly pushing for him. They couldn't win against us in a logical argument as non-experts. So it was a play to bring in another expert to ruin our resolve? To break our resolve. That's pretty serious sabotage. Unfortunately for them, that Nepo hire's social skills were worse than imaginable. And he failed to change the team members' minds. You could even say we've grown closer. Some team members were even cheering me on and comforted me, even though I threw the first punch. Of course, I think I was in the wrong too. My feelings were complicated watching him call an ambulance by himself because no one else cared. It must have been the guilt that followed the satisfaction. Got to write in a written explanation, and the project's chances of survival had dropped even lower. I wonder what would have happened if I had just held it in. There's a mountain of work to do, but the thought of running away came first. I want to forget everything. Let's just rest. So I came to see you. All I did is listen to you talk a little. That's enough. And thanks to you, I've already sorted out my thoughts. Okay. Job done well. Place to hide whenever I want to run away. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. That's the goal of our project. After running away here to rest, I found the courage to push through. Hey! Just on a day's work, just on a day's work. made me feel that my project shouldn't end here. And the effect of just listening to a story, as you put it, is this great. My medicine will be a great help to the world. Can I ask what kind of medicine it is? I'd love to tell you. Zion's eyes sparkled as if a favorite topic had come up. It's a relief to see her back to her usual self. Our research institute mainly focuses on drugs to suppress memory. It prevents the user from recalling specific memories. Wait. Hold on. I don't think I was paying attention to what I was reading. Oh. The primary goal is trauma suppression, though there's potential for misuse. Okay. It seems so. Right. That's why we're delaying its release. A similar drug already exists, but there are more cases of side effects for misuse than proper use. Although the management recognizes this as commercial success, seeking to approve a product. Exactly. He made almost the same argument. His logic is that as long as it passes safety inspection and sells well, who cares how it's used? In reality, it causes almost no physical harm to the body itself. I take a few pills myself, but Wait, the same pills? Right? Huh. The attitude is quite off-putting. No matter how well you know it, there's a limit to what an ordinary consumer, not an expert, can perceive. In fact, I don't even know the ingredients of the multivitamin I take. Oh! Okay, well that makes sense because of the no sun whole thing. Since I hardly see the sun, I guess it must contain vitamin D. Vitamin D. I have no idea. The drugs available on the market dual memories that are dramatically imprinted on the user. When you try to recall them, the recollection process is interrupted or blunted. Similar to when you treat with an Eve's photonic neural network. You can distance yourself from the terribly painful memories, but you can also lose your dreams, sometimes even your family's faces or precious memories. Right, because I mean, if you even develop a drug like that, how is it going to specifically suppress that certain memory and not suppress other ones, right? And how far could it go to the fact that would it accidentally cause amnesia for somebody? Damn, that's really some scary stuff. Like, I'll give an idea. The idea of like, as I've been through my own personal issues through a lot of things, and would there be things that I'd like to forget? Yeah, it would be. But having actually experienced recently with anesthesia, I don't remember certain bits in the hospital. Things are very choppy, and when I hear like my family and friends kind of mentioning things that I did and I don't recall it, it's nothing like bad or anything, but just hearing them like talking about like, oh yeah, you do you remember when you were doing this and we were talking about that? I was like, I would look at them like, what? No, I don't remember that. It kind of freaks me out about it. And so the idea of like actually losing my memories for things, in a way it would be like, so some things I'd rather not remember, but then other times I'm like, it's really actually scary to not recall, especially things that just have happened recently, or because like everything comes to a blur at the end of the day, right? The more you recall a memory, the more tainted they say it becomes, in the sense that it's comes almost further and further away from the truth of what actually did occur. But then the memories you don't recall as much, they start to become blurry, as because of the way that the mind works and how we recall certain events. And some things we remember better than others, but they kind of get a little fuzzy and things like that. But here she is talking about it's practically amnesia. Yeah. But just like the idea to completely, like, there is no memory of like, oh yeah, I kind of remember doing this, but not exactly, but I kind of, no, like, it is a blank for me. For instance, apparently, so they would stick the little oxygen tube near my nose, right, so that I could breathe easier because I was under anesthesia in case I was having a hard time breathing. Apparently, I had such a huge fixation on that thing that I, like, would continuously keep messing with it and putting it on and making sure it was on, and I would keep telling, like, I need to have this on, even though I didn't actually need to. My oxygen levels were just fine, but I was so persistent. I don't remember any of that. None of it. And, like, when especially with, like, my dad that was staying with me in the hospital, he would talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, you were, like, super insistent about it. And, like, anytime you had to take it off for a little bit, you immediately would want to put it back on. I don't remember that. And it kind of freaks me out a little when I'm thinking about it. It's like, holy crap, what do you mean? I don't even remember messing with the oxygen. I don't even remember having it on. So, it's not the funnest time. Have you ever experienced, like, a memory loss in that sense where you completely don't recall any of that at all? Like, there is no, like, maybe, or things are fuzzy. It's kind of a little disturbing. It's a little freaky, especially for, like, first time experiences for that. It's I don't know, there's just something about it that just doesn't sit right with me sometimes. But anyways, moving on. That's a terrifying drug. But I mean, I guess I can understand the purposes why, especially with dealing with trauma and stuff like that. But I don't even know that it's specifically targeting that memory. In severe cases, you either forget that you're taking a memory suppressant. It's practically amnesia. Oh god. Our institute is creating a drug that accesses specific memories and paralyzes only that part. It can't be used universally, but we plan to market it separately for breakups or trauma. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling I know where this is going. If we succeed, it won't be misused for kidnapping or human trafficking under the name of amnesia drugs. Losing memory due to a drug comes back if you stop taking it, right? In theory, yes, but it seems there are cases where that's not true for the products on the market. That's also the fundamental reason for my long clinical trials. In Chroma City, there will be many people who need this drug, so frequent side effects are unacceptable. Although Chroma City is damn dark all day long, I'm not sure there are that many patients who would want to suppress their own memories. The average patient doesn't seek a hospital until the condition worsens. Seeing someone try to fix a paralyzed finger with stretching. Not wrong. Right, many people think of hospitals as a place to go to for resurrection. But this drug is also aimed at delaying the neurological disorders caused by light deficiency. Not just overcoming strong trauma. The blackout phenomena, do they call it zombies these days? That's what people usually call it, I hear. Right, the biggest cause of becoming a zombie is neurological disorder. Weren't we just reading something more about what was going on with that? Despite having no other problems besides a light deficiency, extreme trauma accumulates due to nervous system issues. I'm just making sure. I expected somebody to be over later, so I'm making sure they're not like, I'm here! I'll leave them outside for a while. Extreme trauma accumulates due to nervous system issues. If this drug is completed, the number of zombies on the street will be reduced by more than half. Zombie prevention and trauma care sounds good. The fact that there is a way to get memories back seems good too. It's a hot topic among my colleagues. The fact that the memories return when you stop taking it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, let's say you do completely forget about something that has been traumatizing you for a long time. It's just been constantly present in your head. And you have forgotten about it. And then the minute you stop taking the medicine and how that will come back full force, right? I feel like that would almost be worse. And make the person panic and start taking a lot more of the medicine in that fear God, I can't. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of tense to what happens with people when they're on pretty heavy pain medication, especially for a long period. They'd rather, like, you're recovering from a surgery or whatever it is, especially when you're heavy narcotics and stuff. And it's time to start to kind of ease off of it. The one thing that really is shocking to a lot of people is the sudden hit of pain of like, whoa, okay, that hurts a lot. And for some people, if they're not careful with medication and really understanding how powerful and how detrimental a narcotic can be, they end up just taking not just normal dose, but sometimes they'll take an extra dose, thinking that like, oh, because there's like, if it didn't work fast enough for the first single dose, right? But the thing is that of course you've been on schedule keeping this medication on as you're supposed to, so you really, the pain that you've been feeling, either it's been almost next to none, and suddenly you stop the medication and you're feeling the full pain head on, so it's extreme. So when you take the medicine, it takes a second for it to come back. So people tend to kind of panic, being like, whoa, it's not working, I gotta take more. And that's where you get a lot of big issues from that. So that's my thoughts about the same idea for this memory thing too. Whew. As some people arguing that it forces continuous purchase of the drug. They say we need to consider the consumer's financial situation. That makes sense, but... Oh, your opinion on my research? Uh-oh. 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 As Leon's eyes widen, does she think we found a common interest? You can't run away forever. If you erase your memories every time things get tough, I feel like you'll end up with nothing left someday. Even today's Miss Leanne will go back to face reality tomorrow. You'll do your best to handle the accident and finish the project, right? Well, yes. There are times when you have to do something, but you just can't. Trauma is one of them. There's a hole in your heart and it needs to be filled, but it hurts too much. With a hole, it's impossible not to feel weak in both body and spirit. You need to step back and recover, but you can't because the hole is in your own body. Half the medicine you're making was made for situations like that. That's right. It's very difficult to fix something that has collapsed from the inside. Sometimes it's more important to get away from it and preserve your body and mind. I want the patients to be like you, Miss Leon. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. See, like, that's a better way to think about it. It's like the idea of a moment of what's the word for it? Reprieve? You know what I'm saying. Just a moment of reprieve. I don't know why that sounds wrong when I'm saying it aloud. You know what I mean. Just calming situation, away from it, take a breather moment. You know, that. And then to gather the strength to come back and tackle it again. That's a better way. But fortunately, everything has a double-edged sword. I mean, I hope they saw the problems they postponed with a mended, strong mind and body. Like today's Miss Leon. As I said in a certain manga, right? There's no paradise in the place you escape to. Since it's your medicine, Miss Leon, I hope it turns out just as you wish. Oh, what's with that face? Oh, what's that face? You little... I'm sorry! Look! Why? I thought that was a pretty good thing for me to say! Miss Leanne looked at me. I believe she had no intention of harming me, but I couldn't stop myself from instinctively stepping back. Now that you said that, I'll be sure to protect the project. Okay! Let me go. Let me hug you a little longer. No! No! Miss Leon, with teary eyes, left after making a wonderful vow and having a bit of a tantrum. She must have had her own pain, unrecognized by anyone. Look at the time! She goes to the cafe where Prey works for lunch. Neat. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I made too many. Huh. The heat's crushing my body brownish in an instant. That's really special. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. This stream went on for longer than I expected. I don't know, a few tangents, but it was good. It was good. I actually had I'm really enjoying this. This is actually really fun. It is dealing with some very interesting topics too, which I like. That was good. I saved, right? I saved. Blade. Sorry. Alright. Well, anyways, we'll leave that be for now, and we'll pick up again with a dialogue in another stream. I don't know, but maybe we'll play this again tomorrow. Maybe. We might. I'm actually enjoying this. This is actually a lot of fun. I actually enjoy the puzzle for it too. The whole gameplay part of this is really, really great. It's a fiction. Look right. Look at a distance. Okay? Just I got work to do. I got business to take care of. She's terrifying. I don't trust her. Oh yeah, did we ever get back to our sister? I forgot about that. Imagine she scared the daylights out of me. We're like, I'm here, Chris! It's like, frick, yay! Damn! I see you! Anyways, though, that was fun. We'll pick this up again later. This is dialogue. Actually really good so far. I'm really enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. But anyways. She's terrifying. She's creepy. She creeps me out. Very much. But that is it for now for dialogue. We'll pick this up again in another stream. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I have fun. I have a lot of fun playing this. It was really good. It definitely reminds me so much of Valhalla, which I absolutely adore. It's great. I'm curious to see where this is also going, because they're talking a lot more about for this LDS and seeing things like that, and now we have this mention of a memory suppressant medicine, so I'm sure we'll probably see the effects of the other medication with other Eves as well. I'm curious. I'm curious to see where that's going and what will be happening. There was a mention for Chris's breakup, so I'm like, are we... The way that Chris talked seems like doesn't seem to be... Maybe it's just the idea. The words I preach are not the words I personally have to use for my own self. Are we gonna have another breakup situation like in Valhalla where it was caused a lot of pain and suffering? Who knows? Maybe we will. This is fun. I'm curious to see what we're heading next into Praise Cafe. See what that's gonna be about. Will I have some drip of coffee that he was mentioning earlier? Maybe. But anyways, this is good. We'll pick this up again soon. Definitely. But now, let me switch on over. Alright. That's good though. I'll leave the meat one there. Is the thingy still on? Shinomoto. Frick, I really hope it's gonna be fine. I'll have to edit the stream. I might have to. Anyways, though. Those aren't coming off. He did mention it was the multivitamins, which do make a lot of sense considering you don't have this exposure. And then considering also his thoughts for the medicine. I could very well read the words he said, not the same words that he does adopt for himself. But, I guess we'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. But anyways, this is fun. This was very fun. We'll pick this up maybe tomorrow. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe we'll pick it up tomorrow. I liked it. I had a good time. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh my god, I'd say thank you to those that were recently here. Thank you to Jinx, thank you to Boss Muffin, thank you to Limited, thank you to Char, thank you to Lord. And that's about as far back as I can see. Thank you to those who were previously here beforehand. Thank you to any lurkers. Thank you to my mods as well. Thank you. Also, if you don't know, Dialogue, I found it on Steam. It's completely free. It is a free game to download and play. I was kind of shocked that it is free. So, if you want to play the game yourself, go right ahead. It's free to download. Just have a system like it run it, and there you go. It's dialogue. Great. Just there in the title of the stream, from the very beginning. Just look that one up, and poof, there you go. It's a great game so far. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full, like, seeing what happens if you do bad, if there is different endings and all that stuff. I don't know. I may or may not. It just kind of depends. There's some other games I also do want to get onto as well, but I'm trying to keep in mind of time and everything, because I literally only have the month of May to stream normally for a little bit, and then I'm back again in surgery in June, so we'll see how things end up going. Yeah, I also don't know how long this game is. I wouldn't imagine it being very long, but it could be very wrong. We'll see. But anyways, though, thank you to those who also help support the channel by being a part of the membership for Culture Roach. I do appreciate the help and support with that, so thank you. Reminder, there is still a poll up for what game we'll be playing together soon. I know we just had one this weekend, but we're having another one again to make up for the one I didn't get to do in March. So probably so far, I think this weekend might be the time, but I'll let you guys have a little bit more time before voting upon, or to vote upon that. So go. Okay, sorry, just making sure nobody's yelling at me that they're outside my door. But yeah, so should be so far looking to be the second. So if you want to vote upon that, go ahead and vote upon it while there's still time. Go ahead and do that. Great, cool, got it. Fantastic. Alright. Anyways, also thank you to those who are part of the Tier 3 membership, or believe us, being EH Dunn, Master, Nathan Citron, and Rave as well. Thank you guys so very much for help and support. Thank you. And with that, I'll go ahead and say goodbye for now. See you all soon. If you guys had a fun, if you see on my Vallhalla stream, I'm sure this was a little bit of a nostalgia kind of trip for you, as it was for me. God, if I have to edit out the music in the very beginning, it's gonna be hilarious. We'll see what happens. Anyways, bye-bye.